Hello and good morning and welcome back to The Grade Cricketer, brought to you by ACO, India's leading digital insurance company. Today, Pez, we're covering the final exhibition game of the friendly T20 World Cup. India, they won the toss and I really wanted them to bat. Let's make history. But they had a bowl. Namibia got 130. India got them really easily. But you know, a couple of big wins on the trot here. So to put that game to you in the grade term, Pez, boys, yes, excellent, boys. Great momentum. Let's bring that into the test series against New Zealand 2 days after New Zealand win the World Cup.
That is the sort of sentiment I have heard at grade cricket before, specifically. Oh, mate, what a wonderful win to send Kohli and Shastri off in style.
Yeah, in style.
And I looked at the ICC website this morning, reporting on the game.
Mm-hmm.
India hammer Namibia to bow out of World Cup in style.
In style.
It was everything you wanted in an Indian performance.
Everything.
Runs to Sharma and KL Rahul, a win of the toss to Kohli, wickets to Ashwin and Jadeja, chasing down the total at pace. I think this Indian side is building to something.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited to see what this young side can do.
Let's get into the three things.
Yep.
India win the middle overs. This might have been the worst 20 overs of the tournament.
I'm sorry, but they've actually won before the game because they rocked up 80 minutes before it started.
What?
Yeah, did you see this?
No.
Oh, yeah, Namibia's at the ground warming up. India rock up about 80 minutes before. I don't know, I think some shit happened to their bus or something. But I thought that was a good energy to bring to the game.
Fuck,
it was
that is good.
Yeah, it was good. It was like, we've got a game to play.
Yeah. Who is it? Namibia.
Did you say, look, now I'm all over the place here, but later on, Punt takes a fucking ripper behind the stumps. I don't know if you caught that. He's taken this beautiful catch behind the stumps. He's barely remembered to appeal. It was like an afterthought. I just love the energy they brought to that as well.
Well, we'll get into it a little bit. No, we'll get into it right now.
Yeah. Let's go.
I thought India's skills are better than Namibia, okay?
Hey, that's a massive call.
That's generally where we've got to for the India's World Cup performance this year, but they were fucking dreadful in the field. They were sloppy, lazy, buzzers and overthrows. There might have been a couple of half-drop chances, but they just... they weren't good. And I think, you can outskill... I thought Jadeja bowls well. Ashwin bowls really well, I thought. And he should excel under the next manager.
They took 6 for 30 between them off 8 overs.
Ashwin bowled nice and slowly.
Yeah.
I really toss it up a little bit, teasing. Jadeja's just consistent. But those middle overs, they sort of strangle. I think Namibia hit 37 of the last 4 overs, which is, good. But and then Chahar's bowling some weird over the wicket, but round the wicket, no ball shit. He was pump. 4 overs, number 30. I thought
Shami got pumped as well.
Yeah, junk. But yeah, India, I didn't realise they turned up 80 minutes beforehand. Yeah. The bus, something to the bus. Went to the beach first.
You guys want to go play some cricket? Hang on a sec. I got to have a tub. Have a shower.
Anyway, it's hard, isn't it? Okay, let's get into the second thing.
Yep.
Runs for KL and Rohit. KL Rahul, 54 of 36. Rohit Sharma, 56 of 37. India, they finished with the highest net run rate of the group and the second highest run rate of the tournament behind England. So, yeah, good luck with that.
54 in the power play, 3,000 T20I runs to Sharma.
That's good.
So, KL Rahul's come in. He's he's fourth in the run scoring charts of the T20 World Cup if you exclude the associate players who've played extra games.
Got it.
Sharma's 8th. Like I said, it was a wonderful performance.
Mate, most games I'm looking for answers, right? And Waldo. But what have I learned? I've learned that I've actually learned from this game that Namibia are a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Namibia have had a good World Cup. Qualified for the tournament ahead of Netherlands and Ireland in their group. They beat Scotland, the winner of the other group who qualified.
Yep.
I think that's a great tournament. And Bangladesh finished on 0 points and Namibia finished on 2 points, but Bangladesh are in a harder group, I think. But yeah, I think that's a good tournament. So my takeaway from this, by them losing by 9 wickets with 28 balls to spare, Namibia, not a bad team.
Also,
they've had good cup.
India coming into form at just the right time. Sorry, so we keep going with that.
I thought the last game that nothing meant less to me. This game, very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Very close.
Okay, let's get into the last thing then, Pez. Has any Indian player had a good World Cup? So for me, you said before, KL Rahul finished 7th overall. He's actually only finished 7 runs more than the out of form, eyeless Dave Warner. But yeah, a couple of 50s. I think India's World Cup consisted of 2 matches, and it's not their fault that the scheduling was you played your only 2 games at the beginning, and then after that kind of trash. 24 bowlers in the World Cup have taken more wickets than India's best bowler, which is Bumrah and Jadeja, both taken 7 wickets in the World Cup, but 24 bowlers have taken more wickets in this World Cup. That ain't good. India's skills are better than lots of teams, but they've had as bad a tournament as I have seen from a national side who should have won the thing. I still think India are the best. England are very good. England are a very good team. And Pakistan are doing great things as well. That can't be forgotten. But India are a really good team. And they've been so bad, so poor in this tournament. And it's not their fault the last 3 games have meant nothing. But here we are. Thoughts?
I think that's harsh. And I think that...
How's it harsh?
Oh, I'm about to explain.
No.
Because you put a supposition out there, then you back it up with evidence. I think, I think it's the tournament is. Okay, there's a soccer podcast called Second Captains.
There is.
And it's Irish, and Ken Early's a great journo, and he talks about how, mathematically speaking, 38 games in the Premier League, people will say that's enough time to sort out who the best is. Because, well, mathematically it's not. You'd have to keep repeating over and over.
Right.
But in this, there's 5 games, and you make a couple of errors and you're gone. And India happened to be in a group where there was only it was they thought that the other group would be harder, but this group was harder in the sense that because only 3 teams could make it into 2 spots. Those games were the whole thing, and the rest were just whipping boys.
Yeah, true.
And they came in off the back of the IPL. They're tired. These are all just excuses.
I'm a whipping boy.
And they became Well, Namibia and Scotland were whipping boys. But
what do you do? I'm a whipping boy.
Yeah, not to be confused with Hazelwood, a bush horse.
Yeah.
They were the whipping boy on top. Anyway,
boys, yeah.
I didn't think that they were... I just thought that they, as can happen, made a few mistakes in the first 2 games and they're out of the tournament. I don't think that they were just abject the whole time. I think it's a weird tournament. I think India could have won it in a parallel universe. It feels short. 1 or 2 mistakes cook you, and then again, that's how T20 works in a game. No time for error, no mistakes. This is capitalism, baby. You sleep, you die, boom, someone takes your lunch. See you later. It's America, 1980s, Gordon Gekko.
Of course, I know I've seen this before. It's America, 1980s, Gordon Gekko. Jordan Belfort does a lot of podcasts these days. We should get him on. It's unrelated. Yeah, I suppose so. Do you think that...
why do I feel he goes...
Go on.
Australia's made it through.
Yeah. 8 points.
8 points, baby.
Lost 1 game.
Great. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. They scrape past Africa and then just knock over other teams on the beach. But, I don't feel like there's a great distance between these 2 sides. In fact, just before the tournament, India disposed of Australia easily. So my point is...
India are better than Australia.
Yeah.
In my mind.
So, is missing out on the semis a great reflection on where India are in international tournaments? I just think that's it's just you make some very crucial errors right at the top of the tournament.
Sure.
And you can't bring it back.
Do you think, though, that there's a bit of a pattern with India in ICC tournaments that they regularly have really strong teams?
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure it out myself, but I'll speak publicly about it before I've sort of cemented my own thoughts on this. But in Kohli as captain, across RCB, across India, it hasn't quite worked out, and I wonder why that is. I don't think he's a bad captain. I don't think it's that. He certainly brings so much intensity. Maybe he needed past tense now, because obviously it's his last game. Needed more nuance, and maybe he needed more around him. I'm not sure, but even the Australian series, that was Rahane captained that side. So that could be really harsh. I'm not sure. As I say, I'm trying to figure it out, but obviously he's still a wonderful player, and he will still be a big part of that side. But they think that Rohit Sharma is going to take the gig, take the captain's armband.
Well, so Ravi Shastri finishes up now. He says that Rahul Dravid's inherited a great team, and that Shastri says, I've left it in a better position than that which I found it, which I guess is true. Is India the new South Africa? Lots of wins, lots of talent, but ain't able to get to that final stage. Not even able to make not able to make a white ball final during that time. Yeah. And then obviously we saw what happened to Red Ball earlier this year. Shastri says his big ticks were away wins against Australia. I'm kind of thinking, well, one of them didn't have Smith and Warner, and the other one were a complete mess. But beforehand, India didn't win away from home really at all. So he's got them doing that, which is really good.
True.
I wonder with India, for example, with white ball cricket, they take invariably the best teams into it because we see what they all do in the IPL and stuff like that. But they don't seem to me to play like bright cricket, like the way England have a way of playing. They have a philosophy, they have a method. They go hard from ball one. Like India have wonderfully classical players who can all take you apart in and of themselves on their day, but they don't seem to be as much of a cohesive whole as the way England do. Like I wonder, like when I think, having watched the IPL, you see how much talent there is in Indian cricket and how much skill there is.
Yeah.
Even looking at the national side, like they almost look a little bit creaky now compared to like who might be coming through for India. Like, do India need to release the shackles, bring a couple of younger guys in, play more expansive, more aggressive, more attacking cricket to take that next step in white ball stuff? Because it still feels like they're hanging on to a little bit of legacy there. I don't understand. Not fully across the context of Indian cricket, but it's probably hard to remove a lot of the legends who are there. Yeah. Probably hard.
Yeah.
So you're trying to work out what has gone wrong here, but really what went wrong is that they missed the start. They missed the jump. You know, it's the Melbourne Cup, it's the horse race, and they missed the start. Yeah. And they were cooked. They came home very hard, but
interesting to see who they get in the mega auction for next World Cup next year. Maybe they can get Joss Butler. That would help. Hashtag ASKTGC brought to you by ASKTGC. Hashtag ASKTGC. If England or Australia win the World Cup, remember, India beat England and Australia in the warm-up games. So we are the alpha for these alphas. That's how it works, isn't it?
Tasia, there's a lot of and we've all been here.
We've all been there.
I made 45 not out in the 2s, 3s trial energy to that.
That's right. That's right.
But I scored runs against these people who are doing well when it counted. You can, and you will. You'll tell yourself that you're the alpha. And, look, you could put a good argument forward that
you could put a really good argument
the alpha.
For.
I mean, we asked the double X CEO of Cricket Australia. We asked Kevin Roberts as well whether they got champed by the BCCI, and at least with James Sutherland, he just muttered, "Yes."
Yes.
So you might be the alpha for reasons you haven't really put forward. You're not the alpha because you've won warm-up matches. Their championship.
I wonder what time they got to the ground for those warm-up games, because that could have been a key factor. Maybe they're just trying some new things. Maybe we've been warming up too hard. We've been going too hard too early. Warm-up games, warm-ups generally. That New Zealand game, they got there 4 hours early, too early. They got there too early, expired all the energy beforehand. Against Namibia, 80 minutes. 80 minutes is fucking outrageous.
I wonder what sort of fines they hand out in the Indian team for being late. In grade cricket, you turn up late, it's a case or whatever.
Yeah.
You're on that RCB money. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Everything coming into my head feels inappropriate. I'm just going to keep cycling through. That's meditation. Just let the thoughts drift on by down the ocean.
Case of coronavirus. Okay. Hey, well, it's been great fun covering these two middling teams in the tournament. There's obviously 3 games to go. We've got first game is on Wednesday night, which is the England-New Zealand game. And then on Thursday night, the biggest one of the tournament, Pakistan-Australia. And then the finals on Sunday night. So it's all happening. The main podcast out on Spotify, iTunes, etc. will be out later this evening, Australia time. But you know where to find us. See you guys later.